It is time to do a full review of the Guardian MX. As you can see, I have normal Guardian on the left and new the Guardian MX on the right. Just the visual difference shows you how much powerful the Guardian MX is. The Guardian normal version almost looked like a medium fighter, although it's a pretty big ship, but this is a completely different beast. So let's start, as I said, with the visual comparison. I love the cockpit of the new Guardian. It looks almost like a ball completely, while this one is a glass ball, but for some reason it doesn't look like that because those parts on the left side are a little bit more in. So I really like the design of the new Guardian. What I don't like is that these, I don't know how to call them, pillars are a little bit shorter than on this Guardian. It would be amazing if the pillars were just a little bit longer, but anyways, it's amazing, no question about it. As you can see, the new Guardian has 4 size 4s and the old one has 2 size 5s. So right now this is much more powerful and better. But once the armor is fully implemented, this ship will be better against bigger ships because size 5s will have better penetration damage than size 4s. But for the most of the fights, this thing will rock, as it already rocks. So now we can see the difference from air. The new Guardian is much more bulkier. This is when you look from above. Although I like the old Guardian design really much. It looks magnificent. It's one of my favorite ships in the game about the looks. But also the new Guardian is very amazing. So both of the ships are just really nice. Which ship should you choose? Well, if you want to play more like a solo player and this is your only ship, for example you upgraded your starter ship to the new Guardian, the better version for you is this one because it has a bed inside and you can log off. But if you are a player who already has a lot of ships and he wants the best of the best and doesn't care about amenities like bed or toilets, then this thing is ready for you. So overall, I think I'm going to use both of the ships. I bought right now the Guardian MX for the real money because you cannot get it in game, and I expect that this thing will be dropping with the next patch. So fingers crossed that I can have both of the ships again flying around. Both of them are really beautiful. The cockpit look of the normal Guardian. As you can see, this thing above are MFDs and it's protruding your way to look. It's not that bad, it is see-through, but the new Guardian has much better viewing point. The interior of the normal Guardian. As you can see, the landing gear is much smaller for this ship, so it has a less of a big footprint, so it can fit in more ships. As soon as you enter, you have an engineering and components. After this part, you have beautiful bed, you have little kitchen, and you have a shower and a toilet. Everything that you need, and then you have entrance to the cockpit. Real cool little habitat, which is absolutely beautiful. In my opinion, one of the best interiors for the small ships. Suit locker and weapon rack. So here is the entrance to the new Guardian. As I said before, the new Guardian has much higher landing gear, so it doesn't fit a lot of ships. It can't fit in the Polaris, so that's really bad. It can fit in Idris, but very hard. Look at this, so much higher. Behind me, you still have a suit locker and weapons rack, but as soon as these doors open, there is no more that beautiful compartment that we have on normal Guardian. These are all just components and engineering, so no amenities like beds or such stuff. So here we are in the cockpit of the new Guardian. You see the new MFDs, they look stunning, really nice. Once we turn on the ship, the armor lights up, the cameras show the screens, and we can see outside like it is a normal Guardian. This is so beautiful. Now, you can still retract the armor in the middle. Now look, even better view. So if you're not fighting, flying around, enjoy it. But when you take a look from outside, yeah, you see the armor all over and just the front part open. Real cool stuff. Deploy the armor, beautiful. The MFDs are really nice. A little bit skeptical about the blue paint and purple. I love it, but it would be cool that we could change it. For example, if we have a different paint on our ship to match the color of that paint of MFDs. I can do that in my car today, so why don't we can do that in a ship from 1,000 years in the future? I really do not know. The setup that I have on my ship. So first of all, we have Rampart size 2 shields on it. This is a PvA build. If you are using this ship for PvP, which this ship is really good at, then you should use a different setup. But for PvA, I use Omniskies just because I love them, and also I would sometimes switch to the AD4Bs, which are really powerful. Now the quantum drive, I have a stealth quantum drive because I do not have better, but I will change it. I have a cooler, which is a stealth, one removed, only one. And the power plant is from the Starlancer Max. I think it's called Lux Core. Yes, it is. Lux Core, which gives you a little bit more power. And not to forget the arsenal in the wings. Those are rattlers, and I have 24 of them. They do massive damage and they are really amazing. But you have to be careful when you are using these missiles. Since this ship has a 35% of electromagnetic discharge, that means that other ships can detect you easier and missiles will go for you completely without any problems. So once you start firing these missiles, damn, every other missile will hit you from PvA ships. So my advice is for you to go all the stealth if you want to use these missiles, and still they will hunt you and hit you if they are infrared missiles. So that is a little bit bummer for this beautiful ship, which has a lot of firepower and missiles, but most of the time you are better off not using it. But against players, when we set up the ship for PvP, I think it will be perfect machine. So let's just do that. Let's set up this ship now for PvP and see how good it is. Fast forward in Star Citizen 4.2, I have my Guardian now set up fully for PvP and PvA. This is my all favorite build. I have this beautiful black paint which suits this ship perfectly. Also, 4 size 4s Rhinos are just impeccable. Rampart shields, GS400, XL1 quantum drive, and of course one cooler. And always use the stealth cooler. You can use any. Right now the coolers are not that important, but in future when the engineering has come, yeah, it will become very important. So I waited to do this video completely because I wanted to test the Guardian, the normal variant with the new MFDs. So I'm gonna finish this mission and then we are going to jump in the new Guardian, well, old Guardian with the new MFDs, and also see that ship in a fight, fully set up for PvA and PvP. Let's have fun. Right now this Guardian is absolute perfection. Also, if you didn't know, in the Star Citizen 4.2.1, both of the Guardians have got massive buffs in terms of speed and movement. The normal Guardian becomes one of the most maneuverable heavy fighter ships, and this Guardian also has an increased maneuverability, which is really nice. Right now in 4.2 it's still not completely buffed, but it will be better. Whoa. This little ship is tough. Beautiful. A little bit bigger ship for us to deal with, but that's the heavy fighter 4, to deal with the bigger and smaller threats. Beautiful. Oh, I love the explosion of the alien ships to release the thunderbolts. Overall, the Guardian MX is a beast of a heavy fighter, and you can take it anywhere in any fight and you will not regret, from PvA to PvP. Now let's jump in the old Guardian with a powerful PvA PvP setup and test it also in a combat. Let's see which of these ship is better for you. Alright, here I am, thanks to my friend Star Shooter, in his Guardian Shi or Ki or Chi, whatever you like it. This ship is very beautiful inside. I already showed the interior, but let's see the new updated cockpit.
It's the normal Guardian, by the way, it's not Chi.
Ah, it's normal Guardian, okay. So this is more maneuverable. This ship got really good boost, and I think it's now one of the most maneuverable heavy fighters. And look at this, oh wow. This looks awesome. Open view, everything. Like it a lot. What the hell?
What the hell happened?
Ship disappeared.
I opened hangar, it disappeared.
Yep.
What the hell?
Well,
Call it again.
now I have to call it again. So here we are back. The hangar just ate our ship for some reason. I don't know why, but we managed to call it back on a Seraphim. Here is the new cockpit. Yeah, same as the normal Guardian variant, MX, and it looks awesome in my opinion. The difference is you have a little bit better view here because there is no armor, but you can open on the MX too. So sadly there is no contract right now for us to test on PTU because yeah, there's some kind of bug. But the ship is very maneuverable. I think it can outmaneuver the Guardian MX without any problem. And yeah, really cool ship, and 2 size 5s are just awesome. And we have more ammo, 75 bullets compared to 66 I think on the Guardian MX. Yeah, this ship will be awesome, is awesome, and it rocks. So yeah, that was it. The difference between Guardian MX and normal variant. What is your favorite ship? Write me down in the comments. To me, both of the ships looks amazing. I love a little bit more the design of the normal Guardian, but MX is growing to my heart more and more every day. What do you guys think? Sadly, we cannot test the ship in a combat, but as for the setup for this ship, you will use almost the same as Guardian MX. So you will use Rampart, 1 size 2 shield, XL1 quantum drive, GS40 and 1 stealth cooler. And I always recommend Galdarines because they are much more better for me for every situation, from PvA to PvP. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, don't hesitate to subscribe, like and share. Special thanks to Star Shooter for letting me his Guardian, and until next video, have fun out there my fellow citizens.